We know that every Sedra in the cycle has a name, and usually the name is taken from the beginning of the Parsha, and somehow it relates to a main event or the theme of the Sedra. So, for example, Bereshis is obvious in the beginning, creation of the world. Noach, he is the hero, he's the one who saves the world. Lech Lecha describes Avram Avinu's mission, that he has to go forth. He finds Eretz Canaan, Eretz Yisrael. He's establishing the homeland for his descendants, and so it goes. When it comes to Parshas Eikev, it's a curious point, because Eikev is a difficult word to translate. Some Rishonim, the Ramban says Eikev means ba'avur, because you follow all of the mitzvos, Hashem will give us this tremendous, amazing reward, all of this bounty. But it's an unusual name for a parsha. If we had to translate it, we would say, according to the Ramban, the title of the Sedra is because. That's just an article of speech. Rashi opts for the Medrash. Eikev refers to the heel. Eikev is a heel. And it means that we have to follow all the mitzvos, even the mitzvos that a person tends to ignore and trample with his heel. When it comes to Pesach, everybody sits at the Seder, everybody eats matzah, hopefully everybody is careful, we don't touch chametz, we don't get involved with chametz, definitely not eat chametz. When it comes to Yom Kippur, everyone fasts, because those are the important mitzvos. But what about, let's say, Kiddush Lavana? If it's a cold night, we don't have that situation so much here in LA, but I remember once upon a time, it's not easy saying Kiddush Lavana in January. What about making sure that we bench properly after we eat? The routine mitzvahs tend to be ignored. Davening, maybe Aleinu at the end of every tefillah, we mumble it, we're halfway out the door, if you will. So even those mitzvahs that are very common and routine, we have to be careful not to trample, and then the reward comes. But there's actually a deeper meaning, and perhaps this is what Rashi is driving at. Eikev refers to the end, because if you look at a human body, we would give prominence to the head, that's at the top, and the very last portion of the body is underneath the heel, the soul, but really the heel of a person. And therefore what the Torah is saying is a very profound message. Yes, if you do all the mitzvos, you'll be rewarded, but the reward won't come immediately. It will be at the end. And Eikev, you have to have patience. You have to realize that even if there appears to be setbacks and disappointments, it doesn't matter, because in the end, Eikev, the reward will come. That's a very powerful message for what we're experiencing. We are being conditioned to get out of the mindset of immediate gratification. When the pandemic started, I thought to myself, within a month they'll figure it out. They'll come up with some sort of cure. Even if it's not a vaccine, there'll be a therapeutic, a medicine, it'll be a game changer, and this will get under control. Because I myself, like everyone else, was used to immediate results. And here we are, 5 months later, and we don't have immediate results. And it's really against the philosophy of the Torah that we have to be patient. And the way we get through these trials and tribulations is because we stay together and we show that we're able to have the patience and the perseverance, which is the hallmark of being Jewish. We can support each other. I said in a shir this past week, every dollar we give to a shul, to a school, to a family in need, we're supporting ourselves. It's as if I'm reinvesting in myself. Would I not give money to my children? Would I not help my relatives? We're all related. We're all in this together. The fact that the shul was able to surpass its expectations when it came to this banquet that we put together, it's amazing. The chizuk that I personally got from the fact that people say, it's my shul, it's my community. We have to support each other. That's what this is all about, that we are in this together. And when Hashem sees that we care about each other and we're not avoiding our responsibility, we're not only worrying about oneself and my family, which is human nature to really avoid helping, but only worrying about oneself. That selfishness tends to take over. That's not happening. We're helping each other. We're showing Hashem that we are his children. We're one family. And hopefully, because Hashem sees what we're doing, he says, you know, that's what I've been waiting for. Like the father who wants to see the children get along. You're getting along, you love each other, you care about each other. Now I'm going to step in and make it all better, which we said last week is the theme of the season of Nechama. Hopefully we're on the right track. I wish everybody a good Shabbos. Let's continue with all of this effort to support each other, Klal Yisrael, and God willing, we'll see great things result from our efforts. All the best.